Alright YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking really quickly, hopefully, about the SIG P365 AXG Legion. Now this is not going to be a full review. I only have 500 to 600 rounds through this weapon in its current state, so it is not fully broken in yet, and I am still like tabulating my experiences with it and recording everything and just trying to get to know this gun a lot more, because this is a relatively new gun to me and I'm still trying to figure out this particular weapon. I have with me as well a SIG SAUER P365 X Macro that I have been shooting a lot more. This gun has over 2,000 rounds through it, but I just have this out to compare. This is not a review on this gun. This is really just going to be an overview and a bit of a rundown on this gun and some issues that I have come across so far in shooting it. So, real quick comparison between these two weapons. The SIG SAUER P365 AXG Legion has a 3.1 inch barrel with an internally compensated slide, and the X Macro is the 3.7 inch barrel with no compensator built in. It is also polymer framed, while this has the metal AXG series frame with G10 grip panels for extra grippiness, if you will. So the benefits of the metal frame and the compensator are that this gun just is a much flatter shooter than the X Macro. But that is not the be-all end-all of these weapons. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the shootability, but just because this gun is flatter shooting doesn't necessarily mean that it's been better for me. I am very accurate with this gun. I have made shots up to 25 yards in the A zone with this gun, and I have not had any issues with accuracy or precision with this weapon. Wherever I aim, this gun is clear, wherever I aim this gun is wherever the bullet is going to go. I don't have any issues aiming this gun and getting a shot precisely where I put my dot or where I put my iron sights. Regarding the shootability of this gun, that has not been the case. So, with this gun, wherever I am pointing the weapon, wherever my point of aim is, my point of impact is off by at least 2, 3, or 4 MOA even. And that has been very concerning. And that is not an issue, again, that is not an issue that I have had with the SIG SAUER P365 X Macro. So, yesterday I went to the range and I shot this gun a lot. I shot at least 300 or so rounds through this weapon, and I believe that I have isolated the issues with my precision and accuracy down to 2 major things. Firstly, I am overgripping on this frame. So as you can see right now, this is my typical grip when I'm shooting the weapon. My knuckles are directly below the actual trigger guard, and I'm overgripping, and there is not really much space for my support hand to rest. I need to back my grip off a little bit and get the flat part of my fingers below the trigger guard instead, so that way I'm not overgripping the weapon, and that way the gun actually points and shoots straight whenever I am on the range and I'm pressing the trigger and I'm under recoil. Additionally, and this is going to be the primary issue I believe for me, when I am shooting this gun, I am out of time with it. I'll break down what that means. So yesterday I had my buddy load up a mag of 8 live rounds and 2 snap caps placed randomly, and I didn't see where the snap caps were placed, so I didn't know when they were coming. But he loaded up that mag, inserted it into the gun, and had me fire. So, just checking that this gun is clear. It's clear. I am firing, bang, 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 click. Bang, 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 click. As you can see, I'm obviously exaggerating for the purposes of this video, right? But when I'm firing, bang, 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 click, that would happen every single time I ran into a snap cap. So, I would be shooting the gun, and then I would jerk the gun off to the side prior to actually breaking the shot and breaking the wall of the trigger. And I believe that that is the primary issue as to why my shots on this gun are going left. I am out of time with this weapon. And my anticipation of the recoil is and my compensation of the recoil is happening prior to the gun firing and going through the cycle of operations. So typically what you want to do when you are firing a weapon is you break the shot, the gun recoils, and then you muscle it back down to your point of aim. So I'll just repeat that real quick. My hands are slippery. Again, you're aiming, you break the shot, gun recoils, cycle of operations occurs, and then you muscle the gun back down to the point of aim. That plus not pinning the trigger to the rear and resetting the trigger under recoil are what is going to help you with bringing the gun back to your point of aim when you are doing quick follow-on shots. So as far as not pinning the trigger to the rear goes and resetting under recoil goes, I'll just demonstrate that real quick. So I fire, cycle of operations occurs, my finger comes completely off of the trigger, and I reset the trigger under recoil. That is much different from pulling the trigger, cycle of operations occurs, and then coming off the trigger and hearing that click. You don't want to hear that click of the trigger resetting when you are trying to go for fast follow-on shots, because it's going to slow you down, and pinning the trigger to the rear prevents your ability to bring the gun back to your point of aim when you are, again, firing fast. So that is just something that I try to practice, and so far I've gotten that part down, but the other half of that has been the ability to be in time with the gun and muscle the gun back down to its point of aim where it needs to be during recoil. Right now, in its current state, I am muscling the gun back down before I've even broken the shot, and I believe that that is causing my shots to go left, and that is an issue for me. Additionally, and this is going to be a little bit sketchy, but I don't want you guys to freak out, I have some live rounds here. This is a live magazine, or yeah, these are live rounds, hollow points, and I just want to demonstrate like feeding the weapon, essentially. So I have these rounds here. I have my gun, the X Macro. Insert the mag off camera because I don't want YouTube to take down this video. So this gun now has a magazine inserted and there is nothing in the chamber. I'm now going to chamber a round. I'll do it from the front too, that way you guys can see. So I'm here, and then I rack the slide, chamber a round without any issue. So now I'm going to do it with the AXG Legion. Insert the mag's in the gun, no round in the chamber, let's chamber a round. There we go. Now there's a round chambered in the gun. For some reason, the spring tension on this, either from the recoil spring or the magazine spring, or possibly both, the spring tension on this is so tight that it is extremely hard to chamber around when I insert a full magazine and the slide is forward. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that's occurring. It's probably the fact that this gun is not broken in and there's just something up with the springs. But I've found that this gun is very difficult to rack the slide with when I insert a full mag. All right, this gun is now clear, safe to handle again, and then so is the X Macro. So we're good to go. These guns are safe now. Overall, I am still evaluating this gun. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm still firing it, testing it, evaluating it, seeing how it performs, and I'm still like trying to work out the kinks in my own performance abilities with this weapon to see if I can like actually not only shoot this reliably, but shoot it accurately as well. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I haven't had any reliability issues with this at all. I've had 0 failures to feed, fire, extract, or eject. There have been 0 reliability issues with this gun. However, the mag issues and the issues with my own accuracy on this weapon system are concerning to me. And that is something I'm going to have to work through and train through and see how that progresses as I continue to break this gun in. So, yeah, there's more to come on this gun. This isn't the last time I'll be talking about it, but I want to know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think of the P365 AXG Legion? What's your experience been like with it? Do you like it more than the X Macro? Do you feel like it's a better shooting platform? Or do you prefer the X Macro? Overall, for me, right now, if I was to take one of these guns out, I would personally carry the X Macro first. I am simply more accurate with this weapon. It is a better shooter for me, and I can trust this gun a bit more right now than I can the AXG Legion. That may change in the future, it may not, that just remains to be seen. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video here. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below, and I appreciate you all watching. Stay safe, follow the law, and take care.